Hey everyone, welcome to Soul Embers, and thank you so much for tuning into your weekly message. I hope everyone's feeling great about the week ahead. You've got some exciting stuff coming up maybe, because that's what we'll be looking at, what the overall energy's like. Are there any challenges that you could be facing, and how you can best work through that if the message resonates for you. So for those of you that don't know who I am, my name's Andrea. You can find out more about me and more about some of the other services we offer at Soul Embers other than tarot by visiting our website. So the link is in the description box below. Check it out, guys. You can book a free discovery session with me if you like, and you can book a personal reading through the website as well. So let's jump into it and let's have a look and see who am I connecting with today, what's going on out there. You know, guys, comment below, let me know. Are there any challenges that you're facing right now that you'd like some support and guidance with? If I find that, you know, it's a collective type of energy, I will definitely pick that up and do a reading for you. Also, let me know by commenting below. Are there any particular types of readings you guys would like me to bring to you? You know, what is it that you're most interested in working on spiritually, emotionally, physically, the whole shebang, you know? I'm here to be of service. So yeah, okay, let's have a look and see. Who am I connecting with today? What is going on? What message does Spirit have? Gifted. Oh, I like this. Gifted. Our intuitive channels are opening up. Those of you that I'm connecting with, I feel, can no longer ignore some of the signs that you are receiving when it comes to the path you need to follow. Some of you may be facing maybe in a situation where you feel that you can no longer press the pause button. You can no longer, keep up with the distractions that are taking you away from what you really want to achieve. And the beauty about this energy that I'm getting from this card is you have a gift, and it is directly tied with your purpose, and it is so strong, and intuitively you're feeling a lot of inner turmoil, a lot of resistance, because Spirit definitely wants to direct you in a way that will help you embrace that gift, cultivate it, so you can share it with the world. There is something bigger and greater beyond yourself. There's a purpose you have to serve at this time, and Spirit is wanting to direct you. The other thing that I'm getting here, you know, obviously I'm seeing a lot of pinks and I'm seeing a lot of purples. You know, your current connection, the cosmic connection you share with Source, your universal consciousness, and your connection to your higher self. Those higher chakras, like your third eye and your crown chakra, it would be really beneficial to do some work with those, to activate them, to create some flow through visualization, through meditation, and allow yourself to connect with the message that your higher self is trying to communicate with you, free of judgment, and just let that message flow through, because there is a lot it has to say. Your spirit guides have a lot they need to communicate with you, and I feel that taking some time out, taking a day off for those of you that are working or going to school or whatever it is that you do, making a day where you simply go out to connect with nature on your own, is going to help you really connect with your true self, with what it is that your inner self is yearning to achieve. It will speak, so it's wanting to communicate with you. So this is unbelievably gorgeous. These cards are just so beautiful. And I feel like now's the time. So, you know, to me, it feels like divine timing. It's finally come. This is your moment. And those of you that this message is connecting with might be facing a lot of resistance when it comes to a relationship that you're in, belief system that has been set, has been imposed upon you. I shouldn't say imposed. I would say it's a belief system followed by your family, let's say, and upheld for so many years. You might feel like the black sheep right now, that you're wanting to go in a different direction. Follow that intuition. There is something there for you. It does not mean that you have to give up your core values and morals that have been instilled by you from your family. If that's something you want to do, you can definitely take those with you and apply them in ways that support whatever your calling is. Follow your calling. So I can keep on channeling here. I really can. But I will read the message from the book. Because that will speak just as loudly to those of you that this message is resonating with. This card is a reminder that you are most certainly talented, gifted, and skilled in a very special way. It's time to stop looking outside and comparing yourself to others. Your gifts were never intended to function or work exactly the same as another person's. By looking at how others are more gifted or better than you, you are unintentionally sending energy out to the universe which says you are less than. This action is the very thing that is blocking your gifts from developing to their fullest potential. You cannot compare yourself to anyone else. If you see greatness in someone else, it is because you hold the quality of greatness within you. This is how the world mirrors ourselves for us, by seeing ourselves in others. This card can also come if you're experiencing fear or apprehension about sharing your gifts with the world. Underlying this fear are beliefs and doubts about whether you are enough or good enough, and Spirit is asking you to start addressing those beliefs immediately. Sometimes our fear of sharing our gift is the very thing that blocks us from discovering how we can best use it in service to others. In either case, the gifted card comes because you are doubting yourself, questioning who you are as a person, or whether you have anything of value to give. Your unique gifts are very needed here on the planet. Spirit is asking that you place your doubts aside and start to cultivate self-worth and personal value. You were given certain gifts because only you could bring them to the world in the way that you do. Trust your soul's wisdom in choosing the path you are on and the gifts you are here to give. So what a message. And I know these are quite long, right? But the thing with this is that this is the moment when, oh my gosh, and I know this feeling. I go through it. I still go through it even to this day, where I'm pretty much about to put things on the line, okay? I'm about to make a decision that can be seen as quite risky. I am essentially rejecting a part of myself and a community or a establishment, like my job, for example. I could be considering risking that to follow my dream or my purpose. And in that moment is when all those self-doubts start to creep in as to whether I have what it takes, whether my, this thing that I'm drawn to work towards is going to have a positive result, or whether I'm just a dreamer. And this is how Soul Embers came to be, When I started Soul Embers, I literally had to make a decision whether I was going to invest all this time, energy, new learning, as well as working full-time, raising a child, studying, all of that, whether I was going to sacrifice relationships, or I was going to sacrifice friendships and a social life to work towards this dream. And as I started to invest money and I was watching the money go, I started to really question whether or not I've got my head in the clouds And I started to question whether I was on the right track. When I started to disconnect from so many people, I left so many people behind, and they left me behind because, you know, obviously I was no longer able to invest time in socializing. So where you don't invest energy, it dies, right? So those self-doubts really started to creep in, whether I was doing the right thing, whether whatever it was that I was giving up was for the right purpose. And I just found myself I just kept working on it, and it just kept expanding, and it just kept growing. And that's what I'm feeling here. I feel those of you that I'm connecting with are really feeling that are really on the path of making a life-changing type of a decision. And it could have to do with whether you might be stepping, whether you're leaving a relationship and you are going to be, judged by family, by friends. You're going to potentially lose extended, people, friends that came with that relationship. Whether you have been in a role at work that you've deeply invested in over time, and now you've realized it just does not bring you fulfillment, and you're feeling this pull and this push to follow a different dream. So it could also have to do with the fact that you may have certain beliefs that no longer align with you. Your friendship, you might feel within your friendship circle, or what you'd call your tribe, is no longer, you're not vibing with that anymore. You're seeking something more, something deeper, something different. You may not even know what that is, but you're looking, and these are the signs that Spirit is sending to you. It could be sending to you situations and scenarios that are challenging, because they want you to realize that where you're at is not where you're intended to be. You have a lot to give, and you need to tune into that and follow that. So let's break this down, and let's have a look at exactly what this is about. Well, not exactly. Let's get a better idea though, right? Let's break this down. Tell me about this self-doubt. Tell me about this decision. Tell me about this lack of fulfillment. You may even feel that those around you aren't appreciating you for the value that you do bring. So, when you're not aligning with those around you, they obviously can't value what you bring because they're not on the same frequency. And it's not good and it's not bad. It just is what it is, different stages of life. Absolutely. So you might feel that you're indecisive right now. You don't know how to get out of this. You want to start I'm sorry guys, too many cards. You want to start something new. You want to take this leap of faith. This is all about new beginnings. You're considering it. You're on the border. You're on the edge of this cliff. In the traditional tarot, they've got the Fool is standing on the edge of a cliff about to jump off. You're on the edge of that cliff right now, and you're thinking, am I ready to do this? Am I ready to make such a huge decision? So there is this calling, and it comes from I just keep on getting this pull and this calling that you need to follow that blindly, and you may be in your head right now considering whether or not you should think before you act. You should assess your actions. You should be aware of the frenzy and the rashness that could be involved with the decision you're trying to make. So you're overthinking this. You're going around in circles, and you feel that, this uncertainty is causing you to really feel stuck and that there's no way out. You know, you might wake up one morning and think, yep, I'm doing this, I'm making this move today. And then 2 hours later, you might be like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. What was I thinking 2 hours ago? And you go through that process again and again. And that's because you don't have the belief in yourself that you have what it takes to really undertake this and to see it through and I guess turn it into something positive, even if it has its challenges. And I think another thing that might play on your mind is that you might be around people that are putting your ability to follow through with certain things, they're questioning it. And so they might be manipulating you and might be, they might be putting you down. These are things that might be happening in your immediate circle. The message I have for those of you that does resonate with is that the only reason someone would do that is because it's a decision that they would never make, It's a path that they wouldn't choose. It's not their gift, that it's not their calling, it's yours. And when you have this inside of you, it's in your DNA, it's in your purpose, let's say, you find ways because the universe creates the path for you as you walk the right path. And that's the thing. Everybody else's opinion is subject to their perspective and is subject to their personal purpose. It is their idea. It has nothing to do with you. Okay? So let's have a look and see. Perhaps some of you are even worried about whether your support network will not support you. And that's a huge thing for you. But again, it does come down to that self-confidence and that willingness to, do this on your own, even if you have to. Guys, I have such great news. I mean, there is a freedom associated with this energy. There is a freedom, there is much to celebrate. You will literally set yourself free. I'm looking at all these ribbons. Can you see how there is a common thread here between the ribbon on the Fool's, I forget what this is called. I'm not going to even try to remember it because it's going to do my head in. Oh my gosh, what's it called? Oh, no, I'm not going to do it. I know what it's called, but it's slipped my mind right now. Damn it. Anyway, and I'm looking at the ribbons that these, three lovely ladies are holding here. Now, to me, that's all about freedom. It's about celebration. It's about bringing the different aspects of yourself, where your mind is at ease, where you're feeling passionate, where you're feeling that you are working towards something that is going to set foundations. It's a spiritual, mental and emotional drive. And the outcome of making a decision like this brings a lot of celebration. You might find that, you will connect with different people that speak the same language, that get you, that understand. If you're afraid to make a decision because you are going to lose certain people in your life, there is much to gain. Not more, there's much to gain. You've got to remember that sometimes, just like everything else, our relationships and our friendships, they ebb and flow. So we might be really close to someone for a very long period of time, and then we need to go our separate ways to follow our own journey. That doesn't mean that that's the end of that relationship. You can circle round back to it at another time. It's just that right now I have this feeling that you need to connect with people that are aligning with the way that, that journey that you need to take right now. So it's an absolutely beautiful energy. I love this. There's a lot of healing that's going to come. That freedom, I'm getting a lot of healing, a lot of freedom. It's a happy feeling. It's about you making the decision and dedicating yourself to the new dream, to that new goal. And once you've done that, it's almost like you can see, you can feel that there's great happiness and fulfillment to be had ahead of you. And of course there is, because it's the beginning of your happily ever after. This is the beginning of you finally setting out to live out to, you know what? It's that journey that the pirates make to find their treasure. That's what this feels like. You're about to board that boat, that ship that is going to take you to your treasure. And the map is what your higher self and what your spirit guides are trying to connect with you, which is why I think it's so important that you spend some time on your own, outdoors, where you're in nature. And that really allows us to connect with those subtle frequencies, right? And really tune into our inner self. So there's a fantastic outcome for those of you that are worried about making a decision that's life-changing. I see a positive outcome. So let's close this off with, what would you need to release right now in the week ahead in order for you to come out of this self-imposed type of prison, that thing that you're doing your head in, that you're going around in circles? What would you need to do to finally take that blindfold off, right? So let's have a look and see. So this is for the week ahead. However, this is very much the beginning of a journey. That's what it feels like. And you're on the precipice of making a decision. So let's have a look and see. Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. So there's a bit of stagnancy right now. We've discussed the stagnancy. Okay, the first step is you opening the door. And to keep that momentum going and to keep that flow going, focusing on what could be gained, the people you could meet, the opportunities that could lie ahead, and the knowing, the inner knowing, because nothing's for certain, but that inner knowing that you're working towards your treasure. Okay, keeping your mindset on what you could achieve and not what you're about to lose. It's what's going to help you shift your energy this week. It's what's going to help you become unstuck. So guys, I hope you found that helpful. If this sounds like something you're experiencing, if you feel, because it could apply to any area of your life, but overall, regardless of what your story is or who you are feeling stuck right now. That's the bottom line on making a decision that you feel is life-changing. You're about to compromise a support network and you're not quite sure whether this is the right move. So you are feeling that, you are doubting yourself. The inner dialogue is not at its greatest. We want to lift that vibration. We want to reconnect with what matters most. And in order for you to step into the frequency of your dreams, your aspirations, making this treasure, whatever that treasure is, a possibility for you, and taking the steps towards that is shifting your mindset, shifting your perspective from the loss to the gain of what could be. Okay, so comment below, let me know if this is helpful for you. Also, like I said, what kind of readings do you want, guys? I would love to bring readings that you guys are interested in. I mean, that's what I'm here for. So let me know. I hope you have a fantastic week and I'll see you for your next lot of readings. Bye.